Hello, welcome back to Farawa. Winter is approaching, and with it comes the many celebrations of the season. Here are 5 crafts for the winter holidays. Starting off, I'm gathering some evergreens which we will be using in many of these crafts. First, we're going to make a stick star. Get 5 sticks of any type of tree and cut them to the same size. Make an upside down V and then an A, then add an X below to form a star. Once you have your star arranged how you'd like, tie all of the ends together. I did this by wrapping yarn around the ends and in between the sticks as well. After that, I tied together all the places where the sticks cross over and added some white pine for decoration. I would like to see how it looks if you wrapped fairy lights or holiday lights around it. I think it would also make a really cool tree topper, but we decided to hang it on our wall. I also ended up making a few more smaller ones that we put around the house. Another thing to make with sticks is a little evergreen tree. First, I cut a few sticks and laid them all horizontally to be in the shape of a triangle, so the longest sticks were at the bottom, getting shorter toward the peak. I used 5. Then with yarn, I tied a knot at the end of the longest stick, brought the string diagonally to the next level, tied a knot, and brought it diagonally back down to the bottom level and repeated that zigzag pattern between the 2 sticks. I continued the zigzags up the levels. Repeating the wrapping in triangles until I reached the top level and made a hanging loop. Lastly, I tied a stick to the bottom and it is done. This is easily storable because you can just roll it up. You can also decorate this further with fairy lights, evergreen, and even ornaments. Next up, we have a star wreath. First, I took some wire and wrapped it twice around to make a circle about 9 inches in diameter. Then, I wrapped the 2 wires loosely together and twisted the ends away. I made the wrapped spaces a little bigger with pliers and stuck evergreens in between and all around. I used cedar, white pine, and spruce. I tied a few little knots around on the evergreens to keep them in place. Next, I took some twine and tied it around the evergreen and brought it across the circle, wrapped it around and brought it down again to make a V. Then, I tied it to the other side and began to form a star. Lastly, I tied it across, then it's done. You might want to spray this with hairspray, so when these dry, they don't get too messy. The next thing is an orange garland. First, get some oranges, clementines, blood oranges, lemons, limes, apples, or whatever fruit you want. Slice them very thinly. There are many methods to dry, but over the summer I had dipped them in lemon juice and set them in the sun for a few days to Or you can put them on a tray in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for a few hours, turning them over every once in a while until they are dry. If you have a tree, these add a fresh, natural, and colorful touch. Last up is a Yule log. No, not the kind you eat, although that would be just as good. I got a log from outside and chiseled out 3 holes. Using a drill is much easier. I laid out some festive cloths and put the log on top. I chose 3 candles and placed them in the holes before decorating the area with sticks, pine cones, acorns, and evergreen. I plan to light this on the first day of winter. Of course, any of these crafts can be modified to your available materials or your own personal aesthetic, but I hope these gave you some ideas. As always, goodbye for now, and we'll see you in the next video.